Hey guys, welcome.
Welcome,
How
welcome.
y'all doing?
Back in the studio.
Back in the studio, but let me tell you, okay, they won. Everybody, I did a poll. People like the studio better than my crib. So,
Hey, let's not
Max
shit on the
was
crib.
right.
The crib is very nice. This is just probably it's the aesthetic though.
They what I got is this is giving Williamsburg, and they're loving it. That part.
Yeah.
And,
Told you.
And I guess my house is too posh for you, motherfuckers. But that's that's on you. Ask your mother about yourself. Okay. So,
You got no heart in your house? That's your problem. With your poor ass.
you live in bed in New York City. This house is oh, never mind. Okay.
Yeah.
So listen. We have a Patreon, guys,
We do.
and we hope you guys subscribe to our Patreon. We're gonna have a good time over there. You're gonna get free merch. You're gonna get access
Whoa,
to
not
our
free merch.
Whoa.
Well, I guess if you get to the
Pump your
level,
brakes.
if you subscribe to the level,
They
you're right.
will.
She's right. She's
We
right.
talked
She's right.
about this.
Yeah, we were like, hold on.
We talked about
Financial
this.
advisors over here, like, wait a
on the
second.
levels, right? So you're gonna get free merch.
Yeah.
You're gonna get
The
access
accountant was
to
like,
our
wait a
shows.
second.
You're gonna get discount tickets to Max does a show Prohibition, and I run a show Spread Love. So you're gonna have discount tickets to our shows and a bunch of other stuff. And as we grow. As we grow as a podcast and you guys grow as our podcast family, we will be excited to give you even more. So
Like what you did today. Maybe throw that in there too? Or no?
you
wanna talk about
can't
that
then
yet?
cut me off. What did I
No,
do
I'm saying
today?
you want to talk about that or no?
Oh, no, we
No,
can't.
okay,
No, we
okay.
can't talk about it.
We got some
We got
things in the
secrets
works.
that aren't ready for the streets.
Keep it down low.
You gotta allow stuff to germinate and get trademarked before you start saying shit.
Exactly.
Because people on this good internet have no ideas, none.
They gonna-
Like they don't
They
sit
gonna be
down
like,
with the
"Ooh."
Father God and let Him speak into existence who they be. Okay. So guys, we have a guest today.
Your
This is
first
one
guest.
of my favorite first guests and one of my favorite people in comedy. Like this guy embraced me so hard, like literally and figuratively, because he's massive
Big as
in
shit.
in the comedy game. He shows you that no matter what the field is you're in, there's some decent people, and he said don't be weird, and as long as you're not weird, yo. It's all good.
That's
So,
the only thing. That's the only thing.
Yeah,
That's just one rule, and that's it.
welcome,
Don't be
Monroe
weird.
Martin. He's been on Comedy Central.
Yeah.
He's done so much.
Oh, thank
Please,
you.
please Google him. You have to catch his stand-up. It's so honest. It's just so real, and you're just like, wow. So, Monroe, welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
man, bro.
Thank you.
Actually,
Thank you
dude,
for
you were the
this
first
kind
person I ever featured for, bro.
Oh yeah.
I was just
At
talking
the
about
Dead
the-
Crow.
yeah,
That shit
at
was
Dead
fun. We was
Crow.
high as
Yeah.
fuck that weekend.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Well, I
Look at
was.
that.
You don't smoke. You
Yeah,
don't
no,
smoke.
I don't smoke now because I'm scared.
He said,
Yeah, he
I
was
was
sober.
in.
Your boy's scared.
Yeah,
He's scared
he
of
was sitting on the
fentanyl.
roof.
Yeah.
Because he gonna go
Yeah.
from weed.
No, I'm gonna go from talkative to in the corner like this.
Yeah.
That's what always happens, bro.
Really? You were like,
That's what
nah,
always
I
happens.
need to stay
I
in
remember
control.
last time I got high, dude. I thought I would stop breathing. I thought I was gonna stop breathing. I was in the like you can breathe this, you can do this. I was like
Oh,
trying to
damn.
coach
You
myself
can
to this shit.
breathe?
Yeah,
Like
I
he's
was
like,
scared.
I got there before, but then I kept smoking.
yeah.
You
So
were
you
like,
pass out.
Look,
Yeah.
I've been there before where I'm like,
You
I'm
know
never
it's your
doing that
brain
again.
though.
Yeah.
Because you're going,
That's
I
what it
can't
is.
breathe, and you're breathing when you're saying I can't breathe.
Yeah, I know that was the
Yeah.
problem, dude.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
said it.
I realized I got problems. That's
He's
what
like,
it
oh
was.
my God, I can't breathe.
So
Yeah.
wait, so let's tell us a little bit about the podcast. So this
All right.
podcast is about generational conversations. So I'm a Gen X, that's a millennial, and that's Gen Z, and we just
Millennial,
talk
okay.
about today's topics and how it affects our generation.
Okay.
And then
What generation are you? You're millennial too, right?
I'm millennial
Let's
as
go,
well,
man.
man.
Let's go.
Oh,
Okay, so
millennial.
how does it feel to be a millennial?
You don't feel it until you talk to Gen Z.
Yeah.
Until you say something and
Yeah.
you are expecting like it to be the norm, and then they go, "What?" You go, "Hmm? What the fuck?"
Yeah.
give
Like
an
you learn,
example.
you speak in a different language.
Like what?
Like
She
what?
Gen Z, yeah.
Like I'm trying to think now. Off the top of my head, I can only do it with music.
Like,
But
yeah,
I-
say
I
lick and
got one
stuff.
'cause I just saw recently the other night. Chris Stefano was talking to people in the crowd, and he goes, "Oh, y'all friends?" And they go, "Yeah, we're besties." And it was a guy and a girl, and he goes, "Okay." He goes, "You're gay?" And he goes, the guy goes, "No." And he goes, "Okay." He goes, "Y'all got significant others?" They go, "Yeah." And he goes, "But y'all together here tonight?" He goes, "That would not happen in my generation."
Yeah,
But
that is
that's
very
true. Like you
true.
couldn't, I couldn't. I'd try. Every girl I've ever hung out with, I was trying to bust.
Oh,
You
so
know
you're
what-
saying Gen Z, you guys could just have heterosexual
Platonic relationships,
people
yeah.
have
Do you think
platonic
that's true?
relationship?
Could your man, let's take it like that.
Yeah.
Could your man have a female friend that he goes out with without you being present?
Yeah. He
You
probably does.
lying.
No, you don't condone it, do you?
I mean, I probably don't know.
No, I'm not
probably don't
We're
saying.
talking about, do you get permission to do that?
No, do you? If
I wouldn't want somebody asking me for permission to go hang out with my friend. So I wouldn't do the same thing to them.
Oh, yeah, see?
I don't know.
See,
I
that's
feel
a
like
huge difference.
I feel like friends is just friends, and then if I find out it's not friends, then you're a dub.
So
Did
I
anyone
feel like
over here
Gen
know what
Z's
a
a
dub
little
meant?
bit more
It
laid
means
back.
it's done. It
Oh,
means
it's
it's
done.
done.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
like
a
it's
dub
a
meant
dub.
20, so
Yeah.
I'm
It's like
definitely
that.
thrown off. I'm like, you're a 20. Okay,
I mean, you win.
yeah.
I thought she meant she won. I
Dub,
was
they
like,
reduce
oh.
it down
Right,
to
you're
2,
a
so
dub.
it's like peace.
Oh.
I feel like
Oh,
that's like
damn.
honestly,
Damn.
I feel like that's
How
weird.
do I know this?
I don't
Because
know.
you got a kid.
Yeah, because that's your kid. That's why.
Oh, okay,
She
maybe.
putting you on the game.
I feel like honestly, like that's weirdo behavior.
Wow.
Like, just not being upfront about your friend. If you have feelings for your friend, then maybe you should try to go be with your friend.
So Gen Z is
You
a
know
lot
what I mean?
more
Like,
like
it's more
laid
like
back
direct.
and trying to
Yeah.
be.
Yeah.
Yeah, just trying to be
Honest.
honest. Everything
Yeah.
is all they just want to
I
tell
think
the
the
truth.
be-
What
I-
about
They wanna see it
accountability?
transparent.
That's
Yeah.
them.
That's
them.
Accountability and
But do
transparency.
they take accountability though?
No.
Well, they
I
did
do.
with that Megan shit. They
Yeah.
didn't with the Megan. I was like,
What Megan shit?
when Megan got shot, everybody was on Tory Lane's side, and the Gen Zs was acting up, and then they had to pull it back and be like,
Yeah.
well, maybe she did get shot. They got lost in the sauce of
They got lost in propaganda.
all the things, yeah.
Okay.
And then,
You know what,
and then
Jen-
I
they-
didn't know much about it.
You know what? Oh,
You didn't know
keep
that
up with it?
Megan
I know
Thee
she
got
got
shot
shot in
in
the
the
foot.
foot,
Yeah,
but
then they
I
had a
didn't
whole
follow
big
the case.
It was like a trial like OJ.
Yeah, that's
But
why
it
I didn't
wasn't
pay
televised.
attention to it. I was
It's too
like,
much,
dude,
yeah.
I don't care about
but
none
it
of
made
these
it better
celebrities.
that it wasn't televised, because what happened is they had reporters, people were following people's reporters' Twitter pages and their
Yeah.
TikToks to just see what they wrote about what happened, and then they would have commentary after that. I feel like we should start taking visibility away, because
Yeah.
what's happening is we get more intrigued when you can't see it. Look, people gonna start reading
Yeah.
books again.
But
Yeah.
don't you think that's a part of it though? Don't you think that's there to keep hip hop like salacious like that? Like as
Or
long as
keep
those
it,
stories
keep it relevant.
are relevant in the game, it makes it believable. It
Yeah,
kinda,
facts.
you know what I mean?
It-
keeps
it's
it
almost like,
dirty.
yeah, it is.
It keeps it that
Yeah.
thing
But,
that
but,
you
like
can
but
grimy.
Nipsey
yeah,
really got
grimy.
shot, and then Pop Smoke really got popped. So I'm
Yeah.
just saying they
No, I
died. So
know.
it got to be a real
No
thing.
Pop
No,
Smoke
I
joke.
know, but I'm
he
saying
needs
like
to keep the culture of
to
like
keep the culture of it, like that's how they sell hip hop. That's
Yeah.
how hip hop is sold.
It's
It's
gritty.
sold as a lifestyle
it's
and this
packaged
gritty
as
thing.
yeah.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
why when
But
you
they
switch,
were,
know?
but
they
but
be
look,
like,
but look
Yeah.
at this. But
Like I'm
they,
telling nigga,
Yeah.
I didn't do it. You did it.
See, that's the funny part about like black trials in terms of white trials. Black trials are really trying to get down and figure out what happened, and it was
Yeah.
probably like some like crazy shit or whatever. But white trials are like different level crazy. When
Yeah.
they were like Amber Heard was shitting in the bed, I was like shitting in the bed. What?
yeah, but why was that televised and not the Tory
Yeah.
Lanez thing? I guess the judge.
I don't
closed
know.
it.
Yeah, I think
well,
it could
are
have been.
court
'Cause
cases
one is
televised
fucking-
anymore?
Huh? Say it again.
Are court cases even televised
Yes,
anymore?
of course. Mhm.
I mean, Captain Jack Sparrow's way
Oh,
bigger
yeah, it
than
was.
fucking
Yeah,
wet ass
that's
pussy.
true.
dog.
Really?
Yeah, come
you're
on,
not-
man.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's
that's.
Captain Jack
Yeah.
Sparrow.
But she is of the now. She's of that generation.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
you
it's
talking about Johnny
still,
Depp.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Johnny
Yeah,
Depp
yeah,
is
yeah. Johnny
still
Depp, Amber Heard.
probably the most famous actor
Yeah.
ever.
Okay, the best part of that trial was when the
Ever.
when,
Not
when
ever,
the
but-
best
He's up
part of
there.
that
He's
trial
probably
is when
up
they
there.
asked him,
Yeah.
"Has he ever done cocaine?" And he said, "Yes."
Yo, that whole trial was funny as fuck,
That
bro.
was funny.
That
He was
whole
like,
tri-
"Yes." Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So, Monroe,
Yes.
how did you get your start in comedy?
My like what do you mean?
Your
like,
start, like who like put you on a stage and was like, "Boy, I think you may be funny."
Oh, no one put boy. You no, it didn't go like that.
Did the knee slap?
Yeah.
Boy, you funny.
It didn't go like that. The first time I got on like an actual stage, a comedy stage, was at the Laugh House for like a.
Where's that at?
In Philly.
Oh, it's in Philly.
Shit,
Okay,
you don't
yeah,
know
yeah.
about
No,
the
no,
Laugh
no.
House?
He's
My
not-
bad.
I'm not
He's from
out here.
Idaho.
I'm saying it
Yeah.
in a way that you know. You're from Philly though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I assumed that the Laugh House was that big. Like
not.
I know, right?
Shout out to Laugh House. You can book me though. I'm
No, it's not around no more.
Okay, sorry. Well,
But I said it in a way like you would say the punchline. And people go to the punchline.
Or
I went to
Caroline,
Laugh
yeah.
House, and y'all went,
Yeah.
all right, yeah. Keep going.
Lantern.
I started at that club, and I went there because a friend of mine tricked me into going because like I was always funny, and I had friends around me that would be like, yo, man, you should try that. You should try doing that thing right there. And I'm like,
You get up and kill the first time? Did
Hell
you get
no.
up?
Fuck
No.
no.
what was your joke about?
Um,
The one that stands out.
I don't even
Or the
know.
one
I
that
think I
bombed.
just did correct. I think I really
He's
just
like, I don't
did
even want to
crowd
say
work.
that again.
No. I think I really just ended up doing crowd work and like
Yeah.
being like, where you from? And then have nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, that neighborhood stink. Like I was just saying goofy shit like that.
Maybe that was like just your way of like getting comfortable on the stage.
Yeah.
Trying to like put your balance out. That makes a lot of sense.
Because I didn't know. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh, because I didn't know about like writing jokes. I only knew about my type of funny was like making fun of you.
Oh.
So the only reason
That's
I
my
went
type of
up
funny,
there
too.
was just like you go on stage and you see somebody and you start making fun of them.
Yeah.
So just
So
like,
I started
It was
off
like
with that.
at
just
school.
like the dozens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you were snapping,
I was
So
snapping.
we call
It was like
And
at
then-
school where you were
what
sitting at
y'all
the
call
lunch
it?
table.
Cutting ass.
cutting
Cutting
ass.
ass.
And what y'all
That
call it?
sounds like that's farting
dozens?
though.
Joking. Yeah. I don't know.
How they gonna keep taking terms that exist and rebranding them? What the hell?
Cutting ass.
That's all it is. Just a twist.
Yo.
That's all it is. Yeah.
That was funny.
We say busting. I grew up saying busting. Like, oh, that nigga busting, yo. You trying to bust? You trying to bust? And then it was like, you trying to crack?
Yeah.
You trying to snap?
Yeah,
It goes
snap,
into
yeah.
that.
I've
yeah.
heard you trying to crack.
Yeah. But I went up there, did that, bombed, but something about it made me want to keep going back. But up until that point, I've had like people in my life tell me to try it. I had a foster mom that was like we would watch BET and all the black shit. I didn't know none of the white comics except like Carlin and Gary Owens and stuff because I only watched
Black.
Black.
Urban.
urban. I only watched urban comedy.
Yeah.
So we would watch that, and she would be like, "I see you doing something like that," and I'm like, "Okay, all right." And then I started at 21. It was awful, but I was like, I got to keep doing this shit. Yeah.
Nice.
She was like, I'm gonna make this home as volatile as possible, so we can make sure that you do
Yeah,
it.
hell yeah.
Nice.
That's crazy. I remember when I was watching down in North Carolina, I was was like, damn, everything you talk about, like I felt like I learned a lot about you just through watching your stand up because you talk about stuff that's pertinent to your life. Where and not everybody does that. Where a lot of people just they be telling dick jokes or fucking around and not really saying shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like you were saying the shit, and you were like, I was a foster kid. You were telling stuff. I was like, damn, man, I feel like I walked away. I was like, shit, I know a lot about Monroe.
Yeah.
Or I
That's
felt like I
practice though.
Yeah.
That's by design. I feel like it allows me to use comedy as an outlet and connect with people, but it also makes it harder for people to like us to like steal shit from each other.
Yeah.
Right, you can't tell my story.
Yeah, you can't tell my
Right,
story.
right.
You know, there may be a joke or something that
A
is
perspective
close
that's
or
right.
perspective, but the
Yeah.
actual like story and the thing I'm talking about,
Yeah.
like you can't really take. And I had to learn that as you mature in comedy and you start to like get on stage night after night. You go, what the fuck am I gonna talk about? Like
Yeah.
I need something to care about.
Right.
In order to continue
Do
to
it.
be up here night after night
Yeah.
and talking to these people.
You feel
And
like
it got to be outside of, for me, it had to be outside of money. So I was like, and then I had, Keith Robinson.
Yes.
Keith was the
So
one
Keith
that was
Robinson
like, yeah.
discovered Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
So
That's funny you say discovered. Nah, that nigga mama discovered Kevin Hart.
actually his dad. I don't know. I think the dad did the exploring.
She was like, what's this between
No,
my feet?
that baby was in her body when she was born. Eggs are in a baby's body when it's born.
Yeah, but it ain't a human, it's an egg.
Yeah.
Okay, but I'm just saying it didn't get
Because
discovered
then
to
you're
the
going to
father
start
came.
getting the lizard people out. The
No,
lizard people
come on, talk about Keith. Talk about your.
No, Keith was the one that told me to be personal because he saw that I was funny already, and then he pulled me to the side. He was like, "You're funny, but that shit was terrible." Like, he was like, "You're funny, what the fuck are you talking about?"
Right.
And then he would say things like, yo, you want people to leave the show thinking or not, like thinking about what you said, and like just like relate. If they can't relate, at least they can learn a little bit more about you. You want them walking away with
That's
information.
great advice.
And he gave me that advice. And I was young enough to try it, because some people get advice and they don't apply it.
Yeah.
But I was like, when he told me that, I was like 26, like 26, 27. And I'm like, I don't know shit about comedy. This is the guy does.
Right.
He may be right. And the
Right.
only way to find that out is to do it. So I was
Yeah.
just like, all right. I was bombing too.
Really?
But
Early
I would go
on?
up
Yeah,
there
because you
fucking,
gotta
"Mom
get
on
into-
crack." They were like,
So
okay. Yeah, dig
White
this.
people are like, wait, what?
When you started to apply what Keith told you, right? When did you start seeing that, like, the bombing stopping?
I mean, you bomb time after time. That's the fun part about it. But the frequency of bombing, and when I started to find the funny and how to make it funny,
Yeah.
I think it took me about like a solid year to get a 10 minutes that was like undeniable. Where if I did that 10 minutes,
You knew it was going to work.
I
for
knew
me.
You knew it was
gonna
gonna
work,
hit,
no
yeah.
matter what
Yeah.
show I was on, no matter how late of a night it was. Like that was one of those sets where it was like the Montreal set. You know what I mean? It was that set that just opened up the doors for everything.
Yeah.
right.
Yo, another
that
thing
took a
about Monroe,
solid
too,
year. Yeah.
this motherfucker be trying everything.
I try everything. I throw the
Yo,
kitchen
he
sink
went
up
like
that
30
motherfucker.
minutes late on the show that we did, or maybe like 45. It was just him and
Don't
just
say
the
like
person in the
late, they're
back
not.
like swinging
Yo,
and shit.
I don't care.
My man's just kept going and going.
You gotta throw everything up
Yeah.
there. I like that shit. You gotta live up there, man. To
Yeah.
make it fun for you. At least in my like, I know everybody doesn't treat this shit the same way, but for me, I'm like, if this is what I'm doing for the rest of my life, then I have to act like it. So I'm developing a certain level of comfort on stage. I want to be able to do that shit in a robe in my sleep and just be like, "What up?" That's what I'm trying to get. For real.
That's so dope
Yeah.
and inspiring.
Yeah.
Okay, wait a minute. You glossed over foster care. Can you just give us a little snippet as to how? Well, I know. How'd you end up
Just
there?
how'd you get there?
Yeah. Who do you want you?
What bus did you get on? What
How'd you
happened?
get there?
What I
And then he went through, and then you went through to comedy like right after you would age out, kind of 18.
Yeah,
right?
I was telling
So-
you about that. I went from one system to another system. It was kind of weird. Sorry, hold up. Oh, I thought I had to burp.
Okay.
But anyway, so it's live, y'all. What the hell?
You getting the uncut version.
Yeah, no, I went into foster care because of my parents doing. They were, my mom and dad, they were both unstable, drug abuse, and like in and out of prison and stuff like that. And my grandmother, her mom was the one that like got us like put in the system. It was me and my little sister at the time.
Same.
And you in the system?
You was in the system. You just making up
What?
shit.
Yo,
I'm like,
She's trying to make it feel like someone's like,
yeah, she was like,
like your mom's right here. Bitch, what are you talking about?
I knew he was about to be like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm sorry to take on your trauma. But it was just funny. I was like, see. I just wanted to see what she was going to say.
Like, what is happening? That's a bold face live on the pizza house.
All right.
I was on drugs.
Yeah.
We all like this.
What you about said? She was a crack. No, but do you feel like being in the foster system, like, and you said like you play in dozens when you were younger, do you feel like that kind of like, that's like your form of defense? Like to protect
Absolutely.
yourself, you kind of got to be funny.
Yeah. It's not even to protect myself. Yeah, it was more of to keep the peace. Cause like when you fight, you gotta fight forever. Like when you're a kid, you fight the same person like 4 times.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not just one thing. It just becomes like these bouts.
Yeah.
And then it's like this energy that you gotta walk around with. And like very young, I didn't want to be a part of that.
Yeah.
Like you get in the fights and shit, but after a while, you go, I don't want to do that. Nigga, I just want to laugh.
Yeah, have a
fun.
good
So I
time.
started doing that, but like would overdo it. I would use it for times where I was uncomfortable. Let's say I'm in school And instead of paying attention, I'm making my friends laugh.
Yeah,
Like, I'm
yeah,
hilarious,
yeah,
bro. I'm
yeah.
failing, nigga. I was like, yo. I'm killing these grades.
Literally.
That's hilarious. It's so true.
Yeah.
Wait, okay.
Yeah.
Go back to you got into foster care.
So I
your
got into
parents was-
foster care. What do you want to know?
We were
Last
all
time?
intrigued, and then
Oh, you want the whole
Well, we don't want the whole long
shebang.
story. I just want to know because you talk about
So
it in
I
your
was,
comedy.
I talk about it in my comedy. So, I didn't really live with my sister. Like me and my sister lived together when I got older and I got my own place. But me and her were split up, and we had our own paths. I was in a couple of different foster homes and group homes. I was in maybe I want to say probably 10 different foster homes and 5 different group homes.
Same.
Right? Varies.
Same.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Have you had a job?
I didn't get a job until I was I got a job at 14, but the job was through foster care programs and shit like that.
Okay.
So I was I tell a joke about working at Planned Parenthood, but it's true. It was a Planned Parenthood program where you just taught other teens about safe sex.
Yeah.
And most of the kids in this programs were parents already. I wasn't even.
Because that's the safe sex.
Yeah. I wasn't even fingering. I'm just up there fucking
Talking
lying. I'm just like, yo.
know when you
You're
fucking
the one
Yeah.
not advocating for it. Life's better over here, son.
Yo,
The best way is abstinence.
yo,
You and Jesus.
just wishing upon a star and shit. But no, I was in and out of these places, and I was in so when I was in foster care, that was when I say foster care, I mean in people's homes. So I was in people's homes. I would sometimes be there with other kids, or I'd be there by myself. But I was always with an older person. It was always an old lady. It was never
Like the mother of the church.
Yeah, it was always
Looking for a check.
grandma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
Trying
ever
to-
get? I didn't realize you get paid pretty
Yeah,
well.
but
to,
not
to,
that
to bring,
not that much. They
But
just
I would
know
want
poor
my money
people
back.
just know how to make shit stretch.
Yeah.
Right.
We know how to take free money and make that shit look like $1 million.
And you get paid per child. So
Yeah.
if I got 4 people in my house, that's maybe if they say they give me $200 or $300 a month.
No,
It's
it'd be
less than that. Thousands of dollars a month.
Yeah, but
I
it's
don't
still-
think so.
but it's
Not
still-
thousands.
When I was there, I don't think it was thousands. I
You
think it was
thousands?
a couple hundred. I think it was
Really?
a couple hundred a month, maybe.
A month?
Yeah, maybe 700 a month.
Yeah.
That's not enough. To
But
take
times
care
that
of
by
no
4
kids.
four
You
little
gotta think
baby
about it like
kids.
this.
Yeah.
That's a
You
lot of
got-
money.
You gotta think about it like this. Most people who have foster kids have to go to class, right? There's a class you go to. You gotta have maybe 100 hours.
Oh shit.
Who
for
the
real?
fuck got 100
Yeah,
hours?
yeah.
People.
Exactly.
Right.
So they was doing foster care like people be doing the
Like
the
jury
ballot
duty,
They
yeah.
shooting the ballot pools.
Yeah.
Like this, like I'm working the ballots.
So if you
Right.
got that type of time on your hands, they don't gotta pay you that much money.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because a person who does have that much, who doesn't
have a
really care
job,
about
right.
the money and stuff like that, they got a job, they're probably just going to adopt, or their fostering process is going to be I'm looking to foster a kid to adopt them.
Oh, okay. I get
You
it.
know what I mean? I feel like most people who are financially stable do the adoption process, they try to keep the
Right,
kid.
right.
Some people try to keep that bitch rotating.
Yeah.
Do you think
Try
that
to
when you
keep
get
that- yeah, you know what I mean?
do you think
Shaking
that when
it
you
out.
get really really wealthy, do you think that you're gonna do something to benefit foster care?
Hell yeah. I want to do something now, but we got 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom apartment and 2 animals.
No, I don't mean bringing them. I don't mean
I would
getting a
do that,
foster
though.
kid. I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to give you all that. I was saying, would you help our organization, help boys
I
that
want
are
to
in
do
foster
a film
care?
festival. I want to do something based in the arts, only because when I was coming up, it wasn't none of this shit was even known about. Nobody would push you to go into production
Right.
or TV or radio because they're where's the money in it? Unless this is a medium that people only focus on the famous people.
Right.
So they think if you're not amongst the famous, then everybody's a bum, but they don't know there's plenty of millionaires behind
The scenes,
the
yeah.
scenes. So I would want to start a program that introduces kids to that.
Oh, behind the camera.
To behind the camera, in front of the
Yeah.
camera, but
Yeah.
just let them know there's a whole industry here from getting coffee to fucking writing
Being-
scripts and
Yeah. And doing the
shit.
lights and the
Yeah.
audio.
All
and-
that shit. Yeah.
If I would have known any of this shit was around as a kid, like versus working at a fucking sneaker store, like if I could have known I could make the same amount of money being a PA, going to get coffees versus
Right.
going to fucking sell some
McDonald's,
sneakers at
right.
McDonald's, I would have
Right.
did that.
Yeah.
It's
But
true.
people don't know.
People don't know. Like shout out to career days because it's true. When you go,
Shout out to guidance counselors all around.
no, when you go into career days, and I remember I used to try to explain my job. They'd be like, "What the hell does she do?" Because if you're not a doctor, a lawyer, or a candlestick maker, they don't know what you do. And
Why
it
is
is.
candlestick maker?
I don't know because you know all these black ladies be making candles now.
Everybody make candles. Like, I don't know.
ridiculous. I don't know what's wrong with us.
What's it smell like? I need to know. Everybody said candles.
Eucalyptus.
Everybody using fucking.
Gwyneth Paltrow and
Smell like her pussy,
do
right?
her pussy.
yeah, she got one,
That
and
pussy
so does
candle.
Erica Badu. You can
Yeah.
smell her vagina.
Erica Badu got a
But
vagina
how
candle
do
too.
they know?
you
Is
want
it
it?
like,
I'll buy you one.
yeah. What if you get both candles?
Yeah, and they
It's
smell
just
completely
like-
different.
That's
Your wife
how-
gonna walk in the house like,
that's
what
how
the?
we'll have racial
Yeah.
equality.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that they will blend
Yeah.
into
So
the
is
air.
Gwyneth Paltrow the white Erica Badu?
Damn, yeah.
Now
man.
she is because
Yeah.
everything is all about her vagina
Yeah.
and goop, and she had this thing on Netflix about like sex.
Really?
Recently during the pandemic, it was called something I don't know, but she had these couples on there, and they were like, coming without touching, and she was like
faking
tantrum.
it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
All this
Time
stuff.
out.
They were faking.
So I guess Gwyneth is good now, like
Yeah.
because she's seeped
So-
into that kind of experience.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
That's like crystals and shit. She went way far left, huh? She went crazy.
Crystal,
Doing like all crystals and shit like that, huh?
who? Gwyneth Paltrow?
Gwyneth Paltrow, yeah.
No, she making money off of it.
Is she making money?
Yeah, she's
money
not
off that
walking in the
shit?
street barefoot. She's
Really?
making a lot of money off of this. She has
She
this
is.
thing
Isn't it
called
called
yoni.
goop?
But yeah, goop. But she has
Yes.
this thing called yoni eggs, and
crystals
they
in,
they
yeah.
stick
Yeah.
their egg inside your vagina, and you just do a Kegel all day. It's like a weight for a weight for your
Like a muscle
vagina,
weight.
and then it's supposed to like help do all these like
It's supposed to
magical
keep it
things.
tight, nice, and right.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
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 Man,
A
we
lot
don't got
of-
nothing like
A
that. We
lot
don't
of
have
women-
none of that
Y'all
shit.
got anal beads.
What is
They
it?
just
What's
don't want to
the-
try
What
it.
is the same?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't
No,
know.
Well,
but
how does
women-
that make your How does that make your penis game stronger?
Yeah.
Like maybe if you could take the bead and make it heavy enough, and then just keep pulling it up, and the back of it would start like strengthening, and it would just make your penis stronger. What are you talking about?
Definitely would be
Watching
more
women
erect.
try to explain this is the wildest thing.
What are you talking about?
Okay,
Do
so
you know
like-
how a dick works?
Yeah, maybe you pull it back from around, like whoa.
Or you can get like or you can get like
Make it
a
sound like an elephant.
penis ring, cock ring, or whatever.
Oh, yeah, but
and
that's
then it's
to
supposed.
keep the blood flow there. That's not to make it stronger. That's
Yeah.
like
Wouldn't
to
that make
hold
it stronger?
No. If I tie a rubber band around my arm, does it make it stronger?
No.
Yeah, it does.
Wow, till it get numb.
All the blood flow down is what it does.
Till it flop. But it is
It
like
doesn't flop though. It just
You
starts
gotta build the
pulsating.
muscle. You
That's
know,
what you
like
want a thing to
dick
do.
curls.
Pulsate.
Yeah.
Yeah, do dick
You
curls.
gotta tie your anal beads around from the front and fucking push
That's
it
what I
up.
said. They just
No, you
mansplained what I
said.
just said.
No, you said
Yeah.
something.
Yo,
about
man, I
grabbing
didn't
it
just say that. Oh my
You grab it from the back, then you pull it
God.
around.
That's what you thought. No, I
Yes,
meant
you
like,
did.
I
Then
meant
she said
underneath.
it.
She said that. That's why I was like, whoa.
Underneath. I didn't mean from the back. I mean the back of the shaft is what I meant. Okay, never mind. Moving on to the next.
It's like Kama Sutra. We get into
Yeah.
Kama Sutra stuff
Yeah, we
right
can
now.
totally do that. That's why I love conversations. They're always like dope. Okay, so
Yeah.
tell us what was thus far your biggest moment where you were like, I cannot believe this is happening right now. Like I can't.
It was going to Africa. That shit was dope.
Really?
Was that for your
Where'd
When did you go?
No, it wasn't from a honeymoon. That was for a show.
You thought you
It
went
ain't
on
no
safari?
Yeah,
I
White
did go to
man.
safari.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
You went in
If you went to
went to
Africa, you
safari?
have to go on a
No, I wanted
safari.
to.
It's very
No, you
expensive.
gotta go on a safari.
I would. I mean, you're already in Africa.
You gotta, but it ain't like it's there.
You're already
It's like
there.
you gotta go out.
Yeah, a
It's
long
like
way.
Africa's like I would never say New
Awawa.
York because New York is different. Like
And
New York don't function like any place else in the world.
Mm-hmm.
But Africa, I was in Kenya. Kenya looked like other places in America. Well, I was like, oh, this looks like Minnesota.
Yeah.
Oh, this looks like such and such.
Yeah.
Really?
So in order to go to the safari, we had to get in a van, and it took us 3.5 hours out. And then that
Hell
shit started
no.
looking like National Geographic.
Yeah.
Really?
We see like people chilling with cows. And
Yo, they had guns and shit.
No.
It wasn't
Nobody had no
Rwanda.
guns.
What the
Motherfuckers, yeah.
Yo, you
Nobody had
couldn't
no
get me out with that.
He
no
swears
gun.
everything is a
nobody had no
movie.
guns. No-
Ain't no guns.
Everything is a movie. And he
Nobody,
was in the
because the
service.
people weren't even walking around the street with guns.
Oh no, you couldn't.
They had cops on their cell phone, fucking guns behind them, cops just texting and shit.
Really?
It was like, I was comfortable.
Damn.
Did you feel
Mom.
so when you
I went over there, I was kind of scared at first. I was like, oh man, somebody gonna fucking do something.
so
And
when-
then
wait.
yeah.
So when the African man hit you up in the email saying we have an opportunity for you, you were like, hell no,
Why'd you read it in
Nigerian.
that voice? no, I was definitely
One of
like,
the scams.
nah, at first I was like, this is kind of a scam. Maybe it's a scam. So I asked, I'm like, he sent me a whole deck. This motherfucker was like very professional.
Right.
He sent me a deck with numbers and fucking Instagram profiles and YouTube shit. And you can look up the comics who've done it. And I was able to check out the whole African scene.
Oh,
and then I
wow.
told him a price. And then he was like, yeah, bet. And then he set me up, me and my wife up. He treated us to a safari.
That's dope.
Basically we were like chauffeured around every fucking day. Yeah,
Damn,
it was fun,
that's
man.
That was
It was
dope.
great. The shows were great, but it was like you would go to certain places and you're like, this looks like Williamsburg. Like they had like a smorgasbord type area where it's like a bunch of restaurants and like music, like DJ and shit. And you're like, we're sitting there. I'm like, don't this look like we're in like the Cobb Market?
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah.
Yeah. Did we all sound like uncultured? We're just like
No, you know
Yeah,
it
but
is.
I went
Far
over there
away
expecting
lands.
that too. I went over there expecting to be fucking dirt roads.
Yeah.
And it's like, but it was as many dirt roads as it would be if you were to go upstate New York to the States.
Yeah, right.
Right.
So it was like
Same
that
thing.
type of shit. But yeah, I seen the balance. I seen like the kids with the thing on, but none of them had like flies around their eyes.
And they didn't
shit.
have the big bellies, no.
Yeah, but
Like
you
that,
would
remember?
definitely see the poverty in certain places, and we would just pass through that shit.
But we have that
Like,
same poverty in America. We have that same poverty in America. They was all at January 6th. A lot of them was very poor
yeah.
families. Yeah, so it's
Yo,
that
you
part.
watch Soft White Underbelly? Who put me on
No,
that?
what
Somebody
is
put
it?
me
No.
on
Oh,
that.
I
heard
do.
of it,
Yeah.
You
Oh
do?
my
Tell us about it.
God.
What's up?
So basically, it's this guy, and he conducts interviews, I guess, from this like location near Skid Row in LA.
Yeah.
And he interviews like prostitutes,
Oh, I've heard of it.
pimps.
Sex workers.
Yeah.
No, prostitutes, pimps.
Gen Z, you said no. Call it
Like
it's
people that's
named.
on like drugs, like bad, and sometimes he interviews people like multiple times, and like you can literally see
Follow their
the
life and shit.
like the
Yeah.
progression of them. Like okay,
Going
So,
down.
Oh damn.
That's
But
sad.
yeah, I bring that
it's
up
very
because,
sad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because he interviews like people from like Appalachia, like the
Right.
Appalachian trails and shit. And like those people reminded me of like the poorest people in that, like not the poorest people, but when we were going through that poor area, it was like similar where I'm like, this is back here in America too.
Right, it is.
Yeah.
Where they look exactly the same.
Yeah, we live in a bubble here,
Yeah.
and you got to say to yourself, who did it first? Because oftentimes we as Americans, I'll put myself, we jack shit. Like
Yeah.
you go to
Yeah.
other places, they be like, we've been doing this shit for 100 years. What are you talking? Like America is not that old a country, and it's not big at all. What I noticed about America recently, I was watching the Queen. I'm obsessed with Queen Elizabeth. I don't know what's going on with me, but everything that I can find on her, I'm looking at it. But our national anthem, they just changed the words. It's the London's national anthem. It's the same.
Oh, for real?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
Oh, we got a remix.
They just remixed it. They
Fucking,
didn't
we
even
got
have
the
Revolution.
Diddy
They didn't even
version.
remix.
Yeah, they didn't even do their own thing. I said,
We need
Yeah.
to
America.
We
when
need
you
to
go to
fuck,
other places, you
throw
like,
DJ Khaled on that.
people would
shit,
say,
man.
they say stuff like in 1500s, in the 1400s, America don't have that kind
Yeah,
of
we don't have that kind
yeah,
of
we
shit.
like a teenage little brother.
We also don't operate like efficiently sometimes. Like I was thinking about this when I was over in Italy for a honeymoon, and like they had bidets and shit. I'm like, why the fuck don't we have this in every home too?
Oh man,
it's
no,
crazy.
bidets are
dirty.
necessary.
Dirty. I was about to say, I wouldn't want to
Fuck
be
So
days.
necessary.
No, it is necessary,
Yeah.
but it's not in our culture. It's like it's
They
just
gonna
for the
leave
hoity
skid marks
toity.
on the thing.
We don't. It's
America
the
nasty.
weirdest shit. So that was
We don't
amazing.
deserve bidets.
Yeah.
So what was the okay? So
We
what
saw
was
New York
where
City
has
and
comedy taken you? And you like, I can't believe this shit. Like this is so
Whenever I
beneath me.
get, what you said, beneath you?
Beneath me.
Oh,
You gave us your highest point. We
my
want your
God.
lowest.
I always go through those.
You be like, why did
Do you
I
be
say
riding
yes?
the wave still? I'm interested in that because like I feel like I'm being so new to comedy. I ride this wave
Yeah,
emotionally. a
you
lot,
gotta
man.
ride that wave. That's how you stay in this shit.
Yeah.
When you stop riding the wave, you done, right?
Yeah, I
You
guess
gotta
that's
fucking
true.
surf that bitch
That's
till
true.
you master it, I guess.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think, man. I'm like, you know, when you like start thinking about it and then you're afraid you're gonna bring that shit back into existence.
Yeah.
You don't even want to jinx
Because
himself.
I got a gig this weekend, and I'm like, I don't even want that. Like, I don't want
Yeah.
to name the worst gig,
Yeah.
and then
That be it. That be
yeah,
it.
and then
Okay.
you're like, nah, motherfucker,
Okay, so
that's
tell us
worse.
about tell us about your bringers experiences. You know,
No,
when you
fuck it. I would say worst gigs are always the one. I did like a foster kid gig in PA. No, not in PA, in Jersey. And that was pretty stupid. It was me, Riley. It was me, Riley Lassen, and Andre Thompson.
Thompson.
Thompson. Yeah.
Thompson.
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 It's Thompson. Yeah.
Andre,
Yeah.
shout out to Andre.
shout out to
He
Andre.
writes for this week.
It was a hell gig from the jump. It was like we all got booked on it. I'm the headliner because I was in foster care. The people did not.
They're like preaching to children.
Yeah. No, the
somebody.
kids weren't even there. It was all the people who were like
Oh,
the
shit,
supporters
really?
and
The
the donators.
the benefactors.
Yeah,
Oh,
no, that
right.
shit.
Oh, wow.
This and like they make Riley work way too hard.
She was
where
the
they
host?
bossing her around for no reason, and I'm like,
She
sit
was
your.
doing
I'm
it.
telling her, I'm like, sit down. Don't let that lady talk to you like that. Andre too. Andre like, yo, nah, fuck that. Who this chick talking to?
Yeah.
You go up there. They do. She does her set. She is in and out. Andre does a set. They like him. I go up there. It's like I'm speaking another language, yo.
Really?
wow.
And I'm doing the jokes about foster care, and they're
Yeah.
like,
You were showing them the real side of foster care, like, oh
Yeah.
fuck, we in a weird system.
yeah. I'm like, I'm doing it all, like even trying to make it goofy and shit, and then eventually I just go, fuck it, down with the ship.
And you just
Yeah.
laughed.
And you know, I gotta stay on, but you just do the jokes with more vigor.
Yeah.
You just fucking go up there and you be like, I'm gonna make sure these shits ain't funny. Like, I'm not even gonna attempt to try to make this
Yeah.
shit funny. I just tell everything like with an aggression.
Yeah.
Was that
So-
was
That's
that,
still
was
telling.
that Africa gig? Was that a nightmare? Or was it actually
No,
dope?
that shit was great.
Amazing.
Was it
it was
dope?
great.
He got the guy up after
It was
when you
at,
brought him.
yeah, it was 2 theater shows. It was 2 theater shows. The theater was beautiful. Yeah, I think it held like 300, and it was I think the first show was sold out. Second show was close to being sold out.
dope.
Then they did a show that Wednesday, like right before, in a different venue that held like maybe like 200, and that shit was sold out. So they getting it. They have a comedy scene out
Damn.
there. The thing
That's
is,
what I
their
was wondering,
comedy scene, they had like a comedy scene that's like vaudeville era, like Slip on a Banana,
Yeah, yeah,
do sketch
Oh,
comedies
it's
type
like
shit.
silly
Oh,
stuff.
okay.
And then in 2015 through 17 or whatever, that's when like traditional like stand up, like standing in one spot.
Yeah, yeah.
And doing comedy
So
and
that's
delivering
very
it
new,
that way.
though.
That's,
Yeah, that is
so
really new.
But it had a support system because there's more than just Africans there. There were like fucking white people, Asian people, Hispanic people, Indian
Yeah.
people. Like they were
Yeah.
just walking around.
Yeah.
Like it was fucking crazy. They're just walking the streets. There was an Indian dude running for mayor. I'm like,
for
there's
real?
no way this nigga
That's
could
crazy.
Yo, you just brought in my mind a little bit more.
Go for it.
In my mind, I saw all black people people.
Yeah.
That's
No,
crazy
it's
that
fucking-
I can even
Yeah.
think like that. And
Yeah.
I've traveled.
You can see it on all three of us. You're like, wait, what?
Yeah, no,
You
it
know,
was
it's so
like
crazy. I was in Dubai,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
But it was just mostly Arabian people.
Nah,
Yeah,
it was
right.
fucking white people walking around. Even in we would go to the mall. We went bowling. We went to the mall. The mall is like, you ever been to the Grove in LA?
Yeah.
You know the Grove?
No,
But you've been there. It's an
Yeah.
outdoor mall. It's fucking huge. It's beautiful.
It's nice.
They got a mall that look just
It's
like
probably
that
like
shit.
Concord with the
they
outside
have
part.
that?
Yeah.
For real?
It looked good. This
That's
shit got
somebody who
palm
probably went to
trees.
LA and they're like,
Nigga,
"All right, we
we
bringing
eating
this back."
gelato. We fucking bowling.
It might have been Akon.
Yo.
I was like, hey, I'm going to blow your mind with some shit over here.
What you was doing in Africa? Eating gelato.
Eating
You know how
gelato,
to
nigga.
Italy? We were still eating gelato.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yo,
That's
we're
crazy.
bowling. There's like, it's me, my wife, the promoter, and his wife. And then next to us, it's like another family, and it's like a Indian dude with the black lady and like 2 mixed kids and shit.
Okay.
And me and my
Damn.
wife are just staring at people like, we're like, this
It's
don't
dope.
feel right. Like,
Because they lied to us.
yo,
And
we were
you know,
lied to.
don't you hate when
And all
you
of a sudden he
believe the
started getting
lies?
racist. He's like, you
Yeah,
shouldn't
like,
be
you
here.
just lied to us. You
Yeah.
lied to us, and we believe it.
Yes.
But that's how they keep Americans feeling like they're the best country on earth
Yeah.
because they lie to us and they make it seem like nothing else is
Yeah.
better. Like,
Yes.
how could that be? It's a
We're the
human.
best at marketing is what we
But
are.
it's a human. No, we're the best at consuming. Actually,
Yeah.
And marketing, though, too.
It's like a human experience. Why wouldn't every other place evolve?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like.
Well, I mean, we're the
mall was
place that
great.
people-
We
Yeah.
keep saying, oh, we're the best, oh, we're the best, oh, we're the best. It's like a marketing thing. It's like,
Yeah.
But
yeah,
not-
we're the
well,
best.
yeah,
And we're just like, not really.
That true, or like the land of the free, or like
The
you
home
know,
of the brave.
yeah, the home of the brave, the land of the free. You know, you come here and you make your dreams come true. Your dreams come true.
And then you go to
People that
Skid
want to
Row.
be but like people that want to exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You go to Skid Row, you
said
see
it.
some shit like that.
You literally said it on the mark. So many people come out to LA in, like you said, hit on that guy's show, soft white belly.
Sun off underbelly.
So many of the like the stories start off like, oh, I wanted to come out here, I thought I'd be able to do such and such, oh, I wanted to be an actress, or I wanted to be a dancer, or I wanted to be a model, right? Then life hits you, you know, sometimes you don't make it, sometimes you do, and you just see the progression. I feel like that happens not just in his show, but like literally, like that's what people, they think that they're coming here
Yeah.
for like such like a magical different experience, and then when they get here they're like, what the hell is going on? Like, you ever watch 90 Day Fiance?
Yeah.
Like, they be hyped to come, like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
I can't wait to go live with Donovan in his house in Jersey and all of this stuff and all of this dumb
And then
stuff.
you be like, "Donovan,
And
you're a bum."
then yes, Donovan, you're a bum, and you live in a complex and it just looks bad, and
Yo.
Cause
and
they be thinking these people
Yeah.
from the slums.
Yeah.
and we
Sometimes
not
they
going
are
to
from
Louis, we
slums,
going to
though.
Old Navy.
Yeah.
It's just a lot going on.
Yeah.
Well, I
Donovan,
thought the same thing though when I went to LA for the first time. I was like, oh, this is gonna be dope. I was 17 years old, 18 years old. I was like, this is gonna be the best. We went to Chinese theater and I was like, this shit is gross, son. I was like, this shit is nasty. The whole area. I was
I
like,
think
this ain't
that's
what
how
I thought it
people,
was.
when people come to New York for the first time,
They be like, this shit dirty.
Yeah.
they can't believe it stinks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They can't. They're
Yeah.
like, they're
Like,
like,
of course it
"It's
stinks.
just
Look
pee."
at too many
Yeah.
people.
Right.
That pungent
So
smell
they
of
gotta
piss hit
pee
your nose. You're like,
somewhere.
fuck.
No, for
It's
real.
just pissy. Like, yeah, but I feel like when people come to New York, they just expect this whole
Yeah.
like amazing, magical Broadway experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you be like, you in Brooklyn, you fucker.
Yeah.
I always tell
93.
people.
You can chase this.
I
subway
always
system
tell
by a bum.
people. I always tell people, like, when they come to New York for the first time, they're like, oh yeah, I want to see the city, da da da. I'm like, first of all, I'm not going to Times Square. I'm not taking you to these certain places.
Yeah, that's what
We're gonna
happens, too.
drive on the FDR, and I'm gonna point at where everything is so you can see
We're gonna
it.
take you to Long Island.
No, so you can see it. Like, oh, here's the Brooklyn Bridge, here's the Manhattan Bridge. Oh, there's the Empire State Building, and then we may drive past Times Square, but we're not stopping. We're not getting out the car.
So you'll
If you-
never do any of the
No,
touristy
if
shit?
you I just feel like I feel like the best experience if you want to get your
Yeah.
quote unquote New York bacon, egg, and
yeah.
cheese experience. You just need to get dropped off. Because I feel
Sound like a
like
Bobby Schmurder song.
literally, if you ask anybody of like in my generation or even younger than me, like, you know, like New York, they like make it like so like yeah, what you talking about, son? Da da da. And I'm just like, do you really want to go to those areas?
Yeah.
It's really rough.
Because they don't know.
Yeah.
It's
No,
rough,
that's
and
what it is.
it's
Yeah.
not that like
But
I
I know
mean,
what she's talking
yeah,
about.
like
To
no.
be fair, we go over to other countries and then we do we go out into the safari and try to get ourselves killed. So like we doing the same
Oh,
thing.
but
We,
No,
that shit
that
was fun,
safari
though.
is an experience. And
Did you
trust me,
stay in the
ever-
car?
no, that's why I wanted to hear
So-
about
I
that.
mean,
Should
the
we glaze over
the
that?
thing.
So the safari, I wish I had it on me. Well, I'll show you afterwards.
we'll
Yeah.
link the
But
photo.
so basically, he booked the safari. It's in the Mara. So the Mara is like this big, vast part of land where it's just like it's just like a conservatory, I guess. Like
Okay.
they can't touch it, can't do shit. Whatever happens,
hunt,
happens.
shit
If an
like that.
animal is hunting another animal and they kill it, they can't intervene. They can only stop if people are doing something. Or if the animal is like in danger,
Okay.
then they'll jump
Yeah.
in and like stop it from being hurt.
Oh, nice.
But
so they don't
so they
disturb
don't
the
do
atmosphere.
nothing. They don't
Yeah.
do shit, right? Like even like
Even scarier.
but nah, it made it. It was scary as shit, but it was still like fun. So basically, you're in like you're glamping. You're in like this these big ass tents, separate tents that have a bathroom, that have a shower, that have heated mattresses and shit like that, and they
Damn.
feed you breakfast and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And it's often like a little ducky area with just shaded and trees and shit, and the monkeys are running back and forth. There's fucking gazelles
my
and deers
God.
coming up to your shit, looking inside of it, fucking checking to see how you doing.
Yo, that's crazy.
Yeah, fucking.
And
So
you
like
went to
you're in the
sleep?
cage.
You're in your you're not in the cage. I had to go to sleep. If I'm gonna die, look, if I'm gonna die, I'd rather die sleep.
I would have been up all night like this.
I'd rather fucking. They had guards out there, but these niggas just had like these little Maasai swords, which just look like big fingernail files. And they're just like, look, we gonna fucking file the shit out of these niggas' nails.
Do you feel like there are more?
Lions coming in to get pedicures and shit.
But don't you feel like the animals are more scared of you than them?
No, I don't, because no, I don't.
You ever gone into someone's tent and be like, what's going on?
Yeah. No, they are not
don't know.
more scared of me. They know the dangers that they can do to me.
Wait, did you
But-
see those monkeys in Japan that was trying to steal people kids?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah,
They was running around the house like little
Yeah.
babies and shit. I
They
saw
not
that.
scared.
Yeah, no,
They
fuck
want
that.
revenge.
I saw
Yeah,
that.
they're like, give me this shit.
Yeah.
We seen Tarzan. motherfucker.
Yeah, we know how to make it come up.
We bored. We might
Bring it
eat
back
them.
to you. Yep.
That
Yeah.
part.
But so every morning, you went out into the Mara twice. So you went early in the morning, where they pick you up. You have breakfast out there at like fucking 6 a.m. You're out as the sun is coming up and shit. There's lions and shit around
That's
you. There's
crazy,
fucking monkeys running around, gazelles and
This
shit.
sounds
They
amazing.
get up.
Wait.
They
Wait,
get
don't
up
cut 'em off.
close.
Give him a second.
What?
Wait, hold on. I think I know what you're talking about. Was it like a little like hotel looking type situation and it was like this?
She hasn't used her words today.
Like you have to like. I'm sorry, but if you're listening to this on that on audio, I'm gonna need you to go to YouTube and look at what I'm trying to show
I
you.
thought she was airbending
like
for a
this.
moment. She was like,
Fire.
here, you want me to
Water,
show you? I'll show
earth.
you. Hold on.
No, but like you ever seen those hotels in Africa where the giraffes are coming to the balcony?
No, we
Was it
were
like that?
glamping.
No,
So
they were in, like,
glamping
yeah,
is
like-
like
like
these
little
luxury
tents.
tents.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's a conservatory. Am I saying it right? Conservation.
Oh, okay.
It's a
Conservation.
conservation.
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry, people.
Right,
I don't
'cause
want
I'm-
anybody.
'cause
like conservatory, I'm like-
looking over. So
Yeah,
I
I'm
was
like, you just
okay.
look.
No, so it's a conservation. So
Okay.
Right.
they have some that are hotels and stuff, but ours was just like big fancy tents where you had a
Oh,
deck,
okay.
you had electricity and stuff like that, solar power. Like we even had Wi-Fi, my friend. Like I was,
Oh, shit, yeah,
we
yeah,
were
yeah,
laying
y'all
in
were doing
bed,
it.
like there's monkeys and shit. Ooh, ooh, ah,
No, I tried to hire you for something. You said, I
I'm
will,
in
but I'm in
Africa.
Africa.
Yo, I'm getting business done in the fucking Mara.
Like, I would, Onika, I'm in Africa. I
I'm
said,
in
oh,
Africa.
God.
She's like, holy God.
I think I said, bring me a magnet. You didn't even bring
Yeah.
it.
Oh yeah, no, I forgot. My bad.
Okay, so
But
in
you're
the
out
morning,
there in
and
the
then
morning. So in the morning, you're out there. You're drinking coffee and eating pancakes and stuff on the Mara. Like you see these animals in the like because some animals are nocturnal, so they come out and they eat at night. So we're kind of seeing them as they're done with that, and now they're like going about the rest of their day, like chilling and shit. But we seen a gazelle take a fucking. I mean, not a gazelle. We seen a jaguar or a leopard. I think it was a jaguar take a fucking gazelle in a tree and like eat it and drop the pieces down to its cubs. We seen I seen hyenas jump another hyena because the one hyena was trying to eat the cub, and they fucked their ass up. They're like, it was like running and shit. Can you see the questions they're asking and stuff?
Max, can you see anything?
They're asking if you have any other like the Keith Robinson stories.
Oh yeah.
They don't want to hear about Africa anymore.
Yeah.
I would be honest, you should have been terrified out there though, bro.
No, at first I'm not gonna say I wasn't.
started
At
crying.
first I was, but then I'm like, what else am I gonna do? Fight for my life, nigga?
Right.
It's they can kill me at will.
Yeah.
Like we seen like a pride of there was like 17 elephants walking towards us. And it looked beautiful because the sun was going down. It was like that red hue in the sky and shit. It was dope, yo.
They got that red hue over there?
Did you
Yeah,
cry?
they got the
I'm
red
just
hue.
joking.
You know where you do this?
Yeah, I would have cried.
that.
That's
No,
so
no
beautiful.
tears.
Silent tear, just
No tears, just
You let
Yeah.
the song cry, right?
You
Chuck?
let you let the
Yeah.
song cry. I'm like, I would have started crying.
I'm gonna have to let this song cry. Yo, that's
and
dope.
and here's the kicker about Africa. It was cold as shit over there.
really.
It was
At
cold.
night?
Like most of the during the day, most of the
I'm
time
not
you see
surprised.
me over there,
Really?
I have my jacket on. And like my sister and my friends, they were like, "Why you got the jacket on?" And I was showing them the weather. I'm like, "Nigga, it's like 40 degrees right now."
Oh,
When did
wow.
you go?
Damn.
We went in, I believe, April.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
'cause,
was
like,
it April or
close-
September? Hold on, I'm trying to think.
I
closer
think
to the
I
equator.
kind of feel like it was during like September. You know why? Because
Right.
you brought that guy back. Like, didn't
Yeah,
brought
no,
him
he
to a
came
show.
Trying to
back.
buy her a
It's supposed
keychain back, but you brought
It
a dude back.
I do?
No, my bad,
Another
hold on.
comic.
It was
Oh,
in
The
for
June.
listeners want to hear about Keith.
Was it Robbie?
It was in June.
Yeah, if it ain't Keith Robinson, we don't care.
The listeners want to hear
June.
about Keith.
It was in June.
It was in June. June is supposed
Oh,
to be hot.
it was supposed to be hot. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Was it cold
It
at
wasn't
night
like,
or like during the day?
it was
cold.
cold. It was at. Sometimes I wake up. I was over there for like 10 days. Some days I wake up and it'd be like raining, and then some days you wake up and it's just like it's kind of chilly. Where you like, nigga, it's freezing. Like people got on like little
And you in
bubble
just a
coats.
tent, too.
Like it's never like no. I'm talking about like
it's a luxury tent.
Africa too.
Uh,
Like yeah, nah.
You went to
yeah.
different places in Africa,
I
right?
just went around Kenya, Nairobi.
Okay.
And we went to like the suburb part where people have like plantations, but these plantations
Wait a
look like
second.
fucking mansions. These plantations are mansions. So
America
people got
didn't-
like
America
Yeah, I
coffee
was like, wait a
America
second.
plantations.
did not invent plantations.
yeah, I was gonna say we
Yeah.
didn't invent that either. Wait
no,
a second.
I just
Yeah.
check
I
everything.
thought we did
Yeah.
that the best too, but apparently
no,
not.
you didn't. Go ahead.
There's like people who own coffee plantations with their houses on them, and them shits are like extravagant, where they got like armed guards in their front and stuff like that.
Damn.
It was dope.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Damn, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Well, I'm
Now
happy
tell us about
that
Keith Robinson, goddammit.
No, I'm happy that you
No,
had
I'm
that
joking.
experience
Yeah, me
because
too.
comedy gets to take you places that you wouldn't. Most people won't even think to go to.
Yeah.
That is so dope.
When it's something like that, I always say yes.
Mm-hmm.
Like a gig in another place in America, I'd be like,
Yeah.
But
They be, "You wanna come to Lexington,
going somewhere
Kentucky?"
else.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, nah,
Actually,
I gotta
Lexington's
fucking
dope.
see what this is like.
No, it's not.
It is.
Yeah.
My
Coal
family's
miner.
from there.
Yeah. Oh, look at him
Lexington
defending
is
it.
It's coal mining. I did a gig there. It was
No,
just
Lexington's
okay.
dope. It depends on what part you went to, but
Really?
it's pretty dope. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Look, he's serious about it.
I'm dead ass. No, I got a lot of family there,
Yeah,
so we
he's
go
like,
a lot.
nah, it's lit, yo.
So I was in Lexington. I'll tell you my story about Lexington, Kentucky. Can I do it?
Yeah.
Okay, so I was doing a gig in Lexington, Kentucky, and we were driving down the highway, and we saw all this these buildings, but it had like stuff coming out of it that looked like gold, like just coming in the air. And I'm like, what is that coming off those buildings? And
Yeah.
it was like coal. Like they still coal mining in
Oh,
Lexington,
yeah.
Kentucky.
Oh, yeah.
Like that is crazy to me. Coal
They
mining.
still do that-
down
yeah, they do that shit in Pennsylvania still.
Yeah, they
too.
gotta do it somewhere.
Yeah.
No, you don't though. Actually, like they got you can burn like fuel with water now. They have like where you can do hydrogen.
You gonna drive a hydrogen car?
Yes, if I would
Yeah.
drive an electric car, the same thing. It's probably better.
The drop, because then you can pee in your gas tank.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Write that down. Write that down. That's hilarious.
No, I'm
She
pretty
was
sure
believing
that's
it for a
been
second,
said
too. She's like,
I
before.
doubt it because
I'm
it's something
pretty sure it's
new.
been
I don't
said
think so.
before.
I don't think so. I think you should write it down.
She gonna take it.
No, I'm not gonna talk about that. Right. Okay. So let's see. You got any questions for his generation?
Oh, no, because it's my
We're the same
generation. Yeah, I
generation.
know
Okay.
about it. I know
so,
about his
so
shit.
what we try to do here is ask questions, or you can make a statement to the three different generations. You know, most generations have a whole persona. And so mine's is, hip hop because we invented everything, and yours is whatever it is, and then hers
damn.
is
I gotta roll
no
my
account,
eyes
for us.
whatever it is, right?
Damn.
And so you ask a question to the generation, or
So
you make a
you
statement.
say your generation is the hip hop generation.
That's interesting.
What
'cause
makes our generation? What's our generation? Our generation is the internet generation.
Coldplay?
It's
Yeah,
internet.
I don't know.
Is
man.
it?
Yeah, it is. No, it's the internet. Because we were right in the generation where we didn't have it and then we had it.
Yeah.
So we know what its life is like to not have the internet and
Yeah.
have the internet, which makes us the best.
Yeah.
Because we got.
Well, no, the internet was still alive. I said alive around before.
alive.
Yeah, we
When
have
did the
the-
internet get invented?
I want to
What was
say
the first
Was it
public use of the internet?
MySpace,
90,
right? Was it
it was
MySpace? Well, we could use it, right? It was like MySpace.
it was 19.
So y'all think that's funny? She think the internet started with MySpace.
I'm just thinking out loud.
I didn't hear that.
What about email?
You just skip. You just
She
skip
thinks it's coming back
everything
still
else,
too.
yeah.
She's still
What
got a
about
top
Google?
five.
Black Planet and like all that shit. Just.
She's still got a
MySpace,
top
right?
five.
No. AOL.
Oh, Max,
We
when
had
was-
There
dial-up.
was
When
like
was it
chat rooms.
invented?
There were chat rooms before.
Probably longer ago, but like the public, like 93.
93.
Get
I was
out
gonna
of
say,
here!
93.
Really? I thought it was in the '80s. So
See,
you're right.
93,
it's
I was
90 something.
right.
Yeah.
So we're the internet generation, and then y'all
And
are the
social
what?
media.
We're the
No, y'all-
social
y'all are
media
social
generation.
media,
Then what are
probably.
y'all? Y'all are going to be the AI generation.
Yeah.
Cause y'all gonna not Allen Iverson. I'm talking about
Artificial intelligence. What's wrong with you? Are you high?
Maybe.
Yeah. That's actually.
No, that's funny.
because y'all deal with it the most. They deal with it more than we do. Yeah.
I got my boy clothes on today.
What are you? Okay. Focus.
So they gonna be.
He's from
I
Philly.
am
Let me give a Philly
focused.
reference.
He said
Yeah.
AI, so I just assumed like maybe. I don't know.
Y'all were fucking with Allen Iverson like that.
Yeah,
no, we
That's
were
why I
fucking- yeah.
just
How old is
went
Allen
along with-
Iverson? He
He's
got-
like your age.
AI gotta be like 50.
Nah,
really?
Yeah, he might
Yeah.
be now. Yeah, yeah.
No, not yet.
No, but I'm sorry. Okay, so artificial intelligence, I guess.
Yo, cause look, like
I don't know. What do
y'all,
you think?
think
y'all
your
gonna
generation
deal
is?
with it by the time you have kids. The teaching jobs won't be obsolete, but they'll be able to do Zoom teaching
Yes.
with
Yeah.
AI, with like
Yeah.
artificial teachers just there going.
Y'all gonna put a lot of
if
people
you
out of
move
jobs.
the
But she's
banana here, you can do this.
No, but I can't.
And
But
that's
she's
your
already
generation.
23 though. So I guess
Yeah.
you'll just be the older Gen Zs.
Because I
She'll
feel
be
like
the
I'm
older
not.
Gen Zs, but she'll. How we seen the internet come this far, she'll see AI go that far
All right.
to the point where
Yeah.
maybe not
Yeah,
so
I'll be
putting
able to
everyone out of
see
jobs
it.
and
shit.
Yeah.
you'll
Big
see the downfall.
Yeah.
where there'll be no jobs for nobody.
Yeah.
Because think about it like that. Look at it like that. At one point, drugs was like the best shit ever. Remember?
Yeah,
There's like drugs can make surgeries better and this, that, and the third. And then the overuse of it fucking started.
And now we
this-
see everybody's like
yeah.
doing drugs. Yeah.
And we
See,
gonna
now
see
y'all
that with
putting
the
out-
internet,
Yeah.
where you're gonna watch it go up and AI's
I feel
creating all
like-
this amazing
Yep.
shit, and then fucking
Yeah.
I also feel like my
Terminator.
generation
Yep.
is a social media generation too, other than
so?
just like
the what generation?
social media. Just
Yeah,
because,
yeah,
I feel like y'all
This
tired
is-
of social media though.
yeah, I was just about to say that. Like,
See, this is
like,
what
I'm
always
over it.
inevitably happens, though, is we make this shit, and then it goes too far, and then we got to bring it back around, which is
Yeah.
why I think Be
Yeah.
Real is such, like, a big social platform now, because people are like, I'm
Be
tired
Real?
of seeing these curated... Yeah, have you heard of it? No.
No, it sounds like a Trump.
I heard of it too. It's like basically
Is he
you.
plugging
the
Trump fucking social media platforms?
No, one of my
you guys
friends
heard
has a
it.
Be Real. A couple people I know have a Be Real.
What is
It's
it?
like when you post, like literally during in time, like.
Yeah, it's an
it's like
in-time
a
thing.
now?
It's no
Yeah,
curated
it's going
shit.
live.
It's like the anti
No, it's not.
Instagram.
It's just a photo, and you post it in time. You can't like deleted
No
or like
filter.
no filter. It's just in time where you're
not
at,
you
what you're
and-
doing
Yeah.
right
Yeah.
then, right there.
But what
That's
does
what
that
it is.
do?
It just, you know what it does,
You
bro?
don't-
It takes
it's-
away.
They trying to be real.
Yeah.
Stop fake
But
stuff.
Well, okay.
doesn't that enforce people to kind of live a life they don't have?
No.
Because if you got to be in the moment,
No. What
if
it
you got to
does
be in the
is
moment, you gonna start trying harder to be this
to be in
thing.
places
but
where
but
you can make it look
but,
dope.
Yeah.
but that's
Yeah.
the point of the app. That's not the point of the app. Like, so think about Instagram. Think about when Instagram first came out,
It's a picture
and
thing.
you could just take a picture before it had minute videos, or think about Vine when it was only 7 seconds, and you really had to be funny. Like, it's only like 7 seconds. It's not a lot of time to grab an audience, make people follow you, and all of that. So now it's like they made it. It's just like so accessible, and it's to the point. Like, you ever been scrolling through your feed on Instagram, and you like, I don't even want to be on here because it's just either ads or people that you don't even know on your feed, and it's like, I'm not even following these people.
But
So
that's my point.
Yeah,
Yeah,
go
be
ahead.
real. That's what I was saying. Where it's like that is the whole thought process behind it, is to bring it back to being real. But what
stop.
inevitably happens is money gets in it, everything gets in
Yeah.
it, and then that's when it fucking takes off, and it becomes
But it's
like
Yeah,
good.
where
Yeah.
people are, that's where money will be.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
then people are like, "Yo, how much can we get out of those?"
Yeah,
because
because you gotta do the, you
it's
gotta
always
do the,
gonna.
no,
It's
you gotta
just
do the
not
insecurity
it
to people,
anymore.
right?
Yeah.
People's
Yeah.
insecurities, you gotta play on those in order to make money.
it's so crazy, but I hope people realize that, like, oh, this is like a lie.
Okay, so everybody at the table gets to ask Monroe one question.
One question.
Okay, I'm going last. I want to think about this and make sure it's good.
Okay.
What you want to go? You want me to go?
Nah, yeah, go ahead. Go first.
Okay, Monroe.
Yes.
Funny.
Center your chi.
If you could say anything to your 12-year-old self, what would it be?
Like, don't touch that nigga. Don't touch that.
Leave that bitch alone. No,
That's
okay.
it. Leave that shit alone.
For real? No, for real.
No, 12-year-old. I don't know. I'm kind of trying. I'm trying to remember who I was at 12 or what I was even thinking about at 12. I don't know. I'm being honest. Like, I don't even think I was looking at life and as a life of like where I wanted to be or what I wanted to do. So I don't know. Like, I feel like I became more conscious like the older I got. Like maybe like 16 is when I started really thinking about, oh, maybe I would try to do this or try to explore this type of lifestyle. But if I got 12, like I wanted to play with blocks.
So 16. So 16. If you could go back to your younger self, what would you say?
16, I would at least. I would wish I would have paid attention a little bit more, but that's it. Just like a little bit more in school and stuff like that, and actually like I don't know. I don't really regret going to school.
did you
No,
go to
I
college?
didn't go to college. I don't regret that, but there's so many things that I'm like learning now where I'm like, oh, I
Yeah.
could have been learned that.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But also inevitably too, like now that
Yeah.
you do comedy shit, you get these life experiences that's gonna teach you that shit
Yeah.
regardless. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? Like in
I'm really
going
trying to
Africa or
think.
shit like that.
Yeah, I'm really trying to think and get an answer. I would rather talk to like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Trying to think. I'm sorry,
Stumped
yo.
him.
Okay,
Stumped
good.
him.
Yeah, you
All
got
right.
me
I got a
because
question.
like at first I would be like, you'd be like, never quit, never give up. But it's like I think that kid already knows that
Right.
Yeah.
because I'm here, right?
Yeah,
like
right,
I'm an
right.
adult, so I had to know that much. I think it'll be like learn how to be a little bit more disciplined. Like I wish I could teach myself discipline at a younger age versus trying to master it now. Because
Yeah.
discipline is freedom. You find that shit out when you're older. Where you go, fuck.
No, that's
if I
facts.
just set up and do the things I want to do, it's the life I want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if you do, you have
That's
enough discipline,
dope.
man. You do find financial freedom, all this type
Man.
of shit that really is truly freedom.
Man.
Okay, what's your question, man?
Yo, my question: do you think Philly is the most talented city?
Most talented.
For rappers,
Well, no, there are a
No,
lot
in
of
general, there's a
actors
lot
in
of
Philly.
actors.
I feel like
You got,
everybody in Philly
Tina
knows how to rap.
Fey, you got Kevin Bacon.
Will
you got
Smith.
Will Smith.
Yeah,
You got a lot of people that are.
that's a ton of talent that's
Actors,
come out of
yeah.
out of
Who
Philly.
else
That's
is
why
from
I asked.
Philly?
Yeah.
Oh,
no,
Jill
I
Scott
like-
is from
yeah.
Philly.
Kevin
What
Hart
if
from
Jill
Philly.
Scott is
Jill
from Philly?
Scott from Philly. Philly's very talented.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
it's up there. It's got to be up there.
I got to see comedy live through not even through like poetry slams and shit like that,
Right.
and like through the music shows and shit,
Yeah.
like where you go see like the neo soul singers sing. They usually had like a funny person opening the show, so you got to see the whole community.
So why is that? That's just the Philly culture.
Philly culture, yeah, I think
it's artistic.
Yeah, Philly.
You go there,
yeah.
all like the shit like this, the murals and shit like that. I was
We
like,
got the
"God
most
damn."
murals. I think we got the most murals in the United States.
I think so
Oh,
too.
wow.
Because
Yeah,
we got
for
like
real.
a gigantic mural arts program.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's an artistic
wherever,
ass fucking city.
wherever you see an abandoned building, there's a mural on it. They're like,
I'm
look,
out here
we
like, I'm
couldn't
from
fix
Philly.
it, but we could spray paint a dead nigga face on it.
That's hilarious. You can't fix it up to make you be able to live
Yeah,
somewhere.
we
but
can't make it
decorate
better.
We can make it better,
mural.
We can put this glitter on it. We want to shout out little Ray Ray. Rest in peace, man. Rest in peace. Okay, that's funny. Okay, Nia, go
I'm
ahead.
writing that down.
Okay, so I have a question for you.
What's up?
What do you see yourself in this comedy scene in the next 10 years? Like, what would you have wanted? I mean, I don't want you to like tell all your things, but like just like 2 things that you would want to see from then to 10 years from now. Any accomplishments?
Hell yeah. From then to now, within 10 years, I want to have a show on. I want to have a feature film out or coming out in the making. I want to have.
You write pilots and shit like that?
Yeah, I
he
mean, I'm
writes.
lazy though, man. That's why I was talking about discipline. Like I have a lot of half-written shit. Definitely want to put out like a special. Just keep building bodies of work to the point where I can at least start producing shit for my friends and like other people who I think are
That's
funny.
dope.
Cause that's where it is though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you become rich when you help other people get rich.
Yeah.
That
So I
part.
want to be able to do that shit.
Yeah.
Everybody in
Yeah,
your clique
I wanna
is
do
rich
that.
or sick.
Yeah,
See, that's what's interesting about like.
that'd be fun.
And I'm not even trying to like.
Bunch of rich
say-
You can borrow $1 million.
Yo,
somebody,
that's
what
all I
you say?
want.
Are we
yo.
going to
Yeah.
St. Bart's
You like-
tomorrow?
Yo,
Yeah.
hell yeah. That's
We
what I dream
outside.
of. In 10 years, I hope me and my, I don't care who's making the most money. I just care that we all making a too much.
Together.
much
Yeah.
money.
Yeah, I want us
Like,
to
it's
all
$1
be
billion at
making.
this
Yeah.
table. Like,
Yeah, I want that type of
Yeah.
shit. We're making
Yeah.
too much, and we're just like,
See, that's
we're
what,
not evil. We're just fucking having
Yeah.
fun and doing shit and
Just trying to
helping
take over
people out.
everything.
Yeah.
See, that was what was dope. I thought about like Kevin Hart when he brought along Spank and all those
Yeah.
guys and did that shit. Like he brought the whole crew.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
man.
And
Something
even like
special about that.
Even to a lesser degree, but at least she gave a lot of people opportunities. Was like Amy Schumer, like
Yeah.
something like that. She had the show, put everybody on. The same thing with Colin.
You were just recently on her show, right?
Yeah, I did an episode. Derek wrote it. Derek Gaines wrote an episode.
Shout out to Derek.
And then I got cast in it. And yeah, shout out to him. The shit was great. I had a good
dope.
time, man.
That's how friends
We-
do.
yeah.
All right, so I want to talk about your dates coming up. You have the Vermont Comedy Club, which
Yeah,
is
yeah.
the 13th and the 14th.
Yup,
You
that's
can
this
get your
weekend.
tickets at the Comedy Club.
Get your tickets at the Vermont Comedy Club's website.
You have Wormhole in Savannah, Georgia on the 20th.
Yup, the Wormhole. You can get your tickets probably on my website or through my social media.
What's your
Okay,
website?
what's your social
The
media? and
website is monroemartincomedy.com and the social media is Monroe Martin III.
Okay, so and the Brokerage Comedy Club on February 17th and 18th.
Yeah, you can go to or Governors. You can either type in Brokerage Comedy Club or Governors. Both of them will pop up.
Oh,
You
Governors
see
owns
my
it?
black face and you click on them goddamn tickets.
Monroe, what about your podcast?
And I got a podcast that I just started. We releasing episodes now. It's called the Monroe Martin Podcast, where basically I just talk shit with people I like. And we
dope.
just have fun.
That sounds
Yeah.
amazing. All right, guys.
That's
Yeah.
it, yo.
Thank you for being our first
No,
guest.
thank you.
First
I had a
guest.
good time, y'all.
Appreciate it.
I had a good time. Very professional.
Yeah,
Appreciate
Very
it, yeah.
professional.
that part. Thank you guys.
All
See you
right,
next
appreciate
time.
y'all.
See
See
you
y'all
next
soon.
week.